And a happy new year to one and all. Please be seated. Right, thank you, members. As a good evening to one and all. Emergency evacuation procedure. To my knowledge, there is no planned drill this evening. So if you do hear the fire alarm go off, please make your way to the fire exit to my right or back out to the main staircase and assemble in the car park until you're told that it's safe to come back into the building. Moving on then to item 2. Right, let's move to this. So welcome everyone to the extraordinary full council meeting, including members, officers and any members of the public who may be attending remotely. Please be advised that the meeting will be live streamed and data collected during the recording of the meeting will be retained in all accordance with the council's data retention policy. The meeting may be added to the council's website. The following members of staff are in attendance: the Chief Executive, Larissa Reid, Lisa Fillery, Director of Resources, David's online. So David Clifford is online. We have Martin Cassell, Head of Environment and Leisure, Claire Stanbury, Head of Finance and Procurement, Robin Harris, Deputy Monitoring Officer, Joe Millard and Kelly McKenzie from Democratic Services, and Emma Wiggins. But I've gone slightly apex about what's it over this. So we've already done the evacuation procedure. I should have looked at my crib notes first, shouldn't I? Right, so agenda item number 2, apologies for absence. I'd invite the Chief Executive to give any apologies, please.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. We've received apologies from Councillors Bowen, Eakin, Nicholas Hampshire, Pugh, MacDonald, Neil, Tatton and Nasanga.
Thank you, Larissa. Agenda item 3, any declarations of interest? Thank you, members. So agenda item 4 then, the allocation and approval of funding for the waste and street cleansing fleet procurement. The only item on the agenda this evening is the allocation and approval of funding for the waste and street cleansing fleet procurement. The decision to award the waste contract was taken at Environment Committee before Christmas, and following a debate in which the issues were given detailed consideration. The agenda item tonight is not an opportunity to rehash that debate. Instead, I'm going to keep focused on the one issue that needs our agreement as a full council, which is the inclusion of funding for the vehicle fleet in the medium-term financial strategy. Our decision on this matter comes to us as a recommendation from both the Environment Committee and, following a meeting this afternoon, the Policy and Resources Committee. Please can members confirm that they have received the report and the confidential appendix? Thank you. The report is an open report to be discussed in open session. If there are any questions on the confidential appendix, please can members save these until I seek confirmation for the meeting to enter closed session, if necessary, and any press or public in attendance have left the chamber or have been removed remotely. I now invite Councillor Baldock to introduce the report and propose the recommendation.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. The Environment Committee voted to award the waste and street cleansing contract to Company A on the 19th of December 2022. That decision has been taken and is not the subject for review tonight. On recommendation from Policy and Resources, we are asking the Council to approve funding of a vehicle fleet, and that is what the debate is on today. The current medium-term financial strategy has enough funding in the budgets for 24-25 to cover the contract award. However, the purchase of the fleet is not in the capital programme currently and therefore needs approval to be put into the MTFS. All of the figures have already been included in the draft budget out for consultation. So why was an extraordinary meeting required? Unfortunately, for reasons explained at the Environment Committee and in the previous contract extension meetings, we cannot wait until the budget is discussed on the 22nd of February, as we have to place the order for the vehicles as soon as possible. Otherwise, we will not have the required vehicles for the start of the contract. At the current time, the economic situation is changing rapidly, one way of putting it, and therefore officers need to take decisions at the right time on how to provide the funding in order to secure the best deal for the council. Full council is therefore asked to make the following recommendations, and they are on your appendix. The council approve the fleet funding as outlined within the exempt appendix, and it is included in the medium-term financial strategy and capital programme. And secondly, that delegated authority is given to the Section 151 officer to adjust the detailed financing of the scheme if required to maximise the value for the council. And if Mr. Mayor is agreeable, I'd like to propose that we take those recommendations separately. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Councillor Baldock. I'd now like to invite Councillor Bonney to second the motion and ask whether she wishes to speak now or reserve her right.
Mr. Mayor, I will reserve my right to, and I do agree to seconding the motion.
Thank you, Councillor Bonney. Members, questions, comments? Well, looks like it's down to you then, Councillor Bonney.
Thank you very much. Well, I'll keep it short and sweet on that note then. I think the report clearly sets out the reasons why council should fully support the recommendations here before us, and I support them. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Bonney. Right, members, as this item has been brought forward, we will be taking a recorded vote on this, so I'll be calling your names individually from the roster. If you can indicate for, against or abstention, that would be great. Councillor Dendall, you looked as if you'd like to say something.
We're just first of all doing the first recommendation, not both together.
Right, so Councillor Baldock. For. Councillor Burt.
Against.
Councillor Bonney.
For.
Councillor Carnell. Absent, right. Councillor Roger Clark. Myself for. Councillor Darby.
For.
Councillor Steve Davey.
For.
Councillor Dendall.
Against.
Councillor Eakin. Absent. Councillor Fell. Absent. Councillor Gibson.
For.
Councillor Gould.
For.
Councillor Hall.
For.
Councillor Anne Hampshire.
Against.
Councillor Harrison. Councillor Henderson. Councillor Horton.
Against.
Councillor Hunt.
Against.
Councillor Ingleton.
Against.
Councillor Jackson.
For.
Councillor Jays. 4. Councillor Knights.
4.
Councillor Marchington. Councillor Martin.
4.
Councillor McCall. Councillor Neal. Here. Councillor Palmer.
4.
Councillor Perkin.
4.
Councillor Rolls.
4.
Councillor Saunders.
4.
Councillor Simmons.
Against.
Councillor Paul Stephen.
4.
Councillor Sarah Stephen.
4.
Councillor Thomas.
4.
Councillor Truelove.
4.
Councillor Valentine.
4.
Councillor Whelan.
4.
Councillor Whiting.
Against.
Councillor Winkles.
4.
And Councillor Woodford.
4.
Oh, I forgot to ask, did we have any abstentions? So that motion is carried by 26 votes to 10. So we move on now to recommendation number 2. Councillor Baldock.
Well, weighing up the arguments from the opposition, I think I'll stick with 4. Thank you.
A simple 4 would have been sufficient, councillor. Councillor Baird.
Against.
Councillor Bonney.
4.
Councillor Bowen, not here. Neil. Councillor Roger Clark. Against myself, 4. Councillor Darby.
4.
Councillor Davey.
4.
Councillor Dendor.
Against.
Councillor Gibson.
4.
Councillor Gould.
4.
Councillor Hall.
4.
Councillor Anne Hampshire.
Against.
Councillor Harrison. Councillor Henderson. Councillor Horton.
4.
Councillor Hunt.
4.
Councillor Ingleton.
Against.
Councillor Jackson.
4.
Councillor Jays. 4. Councillor Knights.
4.
Councillor Marchington. Councillor Martin.
4.
Councillor Palmer.
4.
Councillor Perkin.
4.
Councillor Rolls.
4.
Councillor Saunders.
4.
Councillor Simmons.
4.
Councillor Paul Stephen.
4.
Councillor Sarah Stephen.
4.
Councillor Thomas.
4.
Councillor Truelove.
4.
Councillor Valentine.
4.
Councillor Whelan.
4.
Councillor Whiting.
4.
Councillor Winkles.
4.
Councillor Woodford.
4.
Why would you vote against that?
Right, thank you, members. So that motion is carried, 30 votes to 5.
31.
So, Right, members, so we don't need to move on now to agenda item 5, the exclusion of press and public.
Mr Mayor, if I may, was the
Councillor.
total count different on the second vote?
31 on the board.
Thank you.
Sorry, my mistake, councillor Alden, I miscounted. Yeah. 31 to 5. So therefore, members, that concludes this evening's meeting, and I close the meeting at 16 minutes past 7. Thank you.
Thank you, Colin.